So number 2 of our 4 most important foundations is something that, Ryan, you mentioned to me as we were, planning out this course, and you called it creative tone. Now, after you explained this to me, I felt like it was something I'd always subconsciously done, but I've never put a label to it. And I feel it's something that, everybody really just needs to be more conscious about. So creative tone, tell us, what is the creative tone?
Yeah, well, as the filmmaker, writer, director, creative sort of lead, or if this is your idea, you have a theme and a tone that your project will have. As basic as action, an action film has a fast pace to it. Dramas could have a very slow pace to it. Subtle nuances that need to be discussed are best done in pre-production when all the creatives are sort of together. Now, in your independent project, you don't necessarily need to focus an entire block of time to the tone specifically, because you're right, subconsciously you're probably having these conversations with whoever's involved sort of individually, but it's a good idea to carve out a chunk of time where you get them all together and include people from post-production, like your editor, your composer, and a sound designer. If they're on board with the idea of the tone from the beginning, it's going to be much easier for them when they get to work at the end, and you don't have to waste a lot of that time trying to convey that message multiple times throughout the process.
Right. So much the same as a conversation with between a director and a DP. You know what the tone of the film is, so the DP can always give it the appropriate lighting, and you don't have to discuss it with them for every single shot or every single scene. So who should be in this creative tone meeting at from the beginning?
Yeah, well, if you have the opportunity to have a tone meeting or at least a chat with everyone involved when you're including post, definitely the editor. The composer would be important as well, and the sound designer, I would recommend, are your 3 most important creative positions in post-production that should be there. If you have a VFX-heavy show, probably wouldn't hurt to involve anyone who's involved with VFX, but not the end of the world.
You should try to implement that in your next project. Have a quick creative tone meeting right from the very beginning with all the key people that are going to be involved.